Hey guys, Lytane here, and it's the end of Indie Month, so let's have a look at a game called Underhero and see if it's worth it. Underhero was released in 2018 for Steam, then not too much later on consoles. Made by Paper Castle Games, this is the only game that they have made thus far. Underhero starts with a fully accomplished hero wielding a magic sword in possession of all of the mystical artifacts. He is storming the evil lair, mowing down underlings to get to the final boss. One of the underlings is scared and doesn't want to attack the hero as fodder, perfectly understandable all things considered, so instead they drop a chandelier in his head, killing him. Yep, the hero is dead, but the magic sword won't quit the quest and says this underling is the new chosen hero to defeat evil. So that makes you the Underhero. Get it? Underling Hero, Underhero? Hey, I didn't come up with the pun, someone else did. Underhero is a 2D platformer RPG game with simple mechanics that you will find in most games of this style. Our hero can walk, jump, glide, and activate things. You can't slide or really do anything else fancy here. You don't learn any new moves, well, not really, but even though it's basic, it's well done. The jump is big and a little floaty, which is nice, and the platforms are all well spaced out. You always feel like you're in control, which is a good thing in a platformer. But that's not all this game has. There is also a turn-based battle system here. Touch any enemy to start a fight, and here we have a lot of depth. There's a stamina meter and different actions require a different amount of stamina. Waiting will refill it, but if you ever run out, you're vulnerable. You can jump, duck, and use a shield to dodge and block attacks, but if you're out of stamina, then you're a sitting duck. While the platforming stays the same over the course of the game, the combat changes often. You learn different attacks, there's different enemies, different threats, and makes it more engaging all throughout your adventure. But what if you don't want to fight? Well, aside from bosses and some enemies, you don't have to. You could always just bribe your way past them. Give up some of your precious gold and they won't fight you, and they'll even offer a tip or a bit of lore about the game. You can chat to enemies before you fight them as well, and they all tell you something different from the bribery action, with some telling you different lore, different secrets, and even how to beat them. Idiots. As you are an underling, the journey you go on is kind of backwards. You start in the final boss area and have to travel to the main bosses of each world, returning the mystical objects. The story behind the game is really what makes this shine. It's a nice, fun take on a very common story. A few twists and turns here and there, but the most important thing is the humor. From the enemies, the cutscenes, and the NPCs that you talk to, there is an abundance of fun to be had. They joke about old video game tropes, predictable nature of the hero story, and other random stuff. One that I really like is that the underlings don't want to die, so they start a union. Another is that the playable character is a silent protagonist, so while that would normally mean they are a blank slate and will be boring, instead they're silent because they don't like talking, and they have a journal where they express their thoughts and feelings, and it's funny to read what's going on in the hero's head. The world is also well designed with exploration in mind. There are a few optional paths to take and many will lead you to a chest containing something nice. You could get gold, a collectible, or even a stat upgrade. The collectibles you find are cassette tapes which contain the game's soundtrack, which you can listen to at any save spot. These were composed by Stijn van Wakkerman, yeah, I totally said that right, and it is fantastic. A song that I particularly liked is whenever the big bad Stitches is around, his song Stitched Up plays, and it is so fun. My favorite song though is As Wavy as the Ocean Waves, and it's become on my game music library ever since I've heard it. With a great hand-drawn art style, good music, and a fun battle system, it can't go wrong! Right? Well, there are a few little problems with the game. There are a few bugs here where you can fall through platforms or even one puzzle near the end where a key will fall through the platform, making it unobtainable. These have been patched as best as they can be, but they still pop up occasionally. Also, there isn't much replay value to the game. With its strict story and gameplay loop, there is no new game plus, making this a shorter game, about 10 hours or so. Some of the fights are also really annoying and tedious, like these spiders. God damn, I hate these spiders so much, it's not funny. And then sometimes you have to fight two spiders at the same time, and that's the worst. That can go to hell. Also, there isn't enough gold in the game, so you can't bribe every single person, so if you're trying to go through a pacifist run, good luck. In my opinion, Underhero is worth it, as it's full of humor, heart, and fun. I love the art style, the unconventional story, and the music. While some fights can be tedious, I always wanted to push through for the next joke or story part, and just chat to them before every fight. It was a lot of fun to see what they would say. Plus, if the fight was really hard, I could always just bribe my way through it. Also, fun fact, due to a bug, this game could not be platinumed when it first came out, until a patch came out, which was exactly when I was playing through the game, and I became the first person in the world to get the platinum. Yep, I know. Round of applause, thank you. I'm famous. I'm so proud of this. This is one of my most proudest platinums, to be honest. So guys, tell me what you thought about Underhero. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think the art style was cool? And which song was your favorite? I've already told you mine. Now I need to know yours. So don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe, and don't forget to watch my next video, which will be a new month, so it's going to be something new. See you next time, guys. Bye!